What if I told you that one of the most grotesque and disturbing crimes in Poland's history remained a mystery for nearly 2 decades? A case so horrifying that it sounds like something out of a horror movie, but it's all real. This is the story of Katarzyna Zowada, a quiet and introverted 23-year-old university student who vanished without a trace, only for her remains to be discovered in a way that shocked forensic investigators to their core. A piece of human skin floating in the Vistula River was just the beginning of what authorities would uncover. Her body was never fully recovered. What they did find left experts questioning who or what could have committed such an unspeakable act. For years the case went cold. No leads, no answers, just fear and speculation. Some believed it was a serial killer. Others whispered about occult rituals. But then in 2017, a shocking arrest changed everything. The suspect, a man with an obsession that was as terrifying as the crime itself. Who was responsible for Katarzyna's brutal murder? And could there still be more victims out there? Stay with me as we dive into one of the most gruesome and chilling murder cases ever recorded. Katarzyna Zowada was a 23-year-old student at Jagiellonian University in Krakow, one of Poland's oldest and most prestigious institutions. She was quiet, shy, and introverted, often keeping to herself. But beneath the surface, Katarzyna was struggling with depression and had recently started psychiatric treatment. Her mother, concerned for her well-being, was actively involved in her life. They had scheduled a doctor's appointment together on November 12, 1998, but Katarzyna never arrived. At first, it seemed like she had simply gone off the grid. Maybe she needed space. Maybe she was avoiding responsibilities. But as hours turned into days and then weeks, her mother knew something was terribly wrong. She reported Katarzyna missing, but authorities didn't see it as a crime just yet. She was an adult after all and had a history of depression. Some suspected suicide. But then on January 6, 1999, everything changed. That morning, a tugboat operator on the Vistula River noticed something strange tangled in the boat's propeller. It was pale, fleshy, and unlike anything he had seen before. When authorities arrived, they made a gruesome discovery. It was human skin, not just a fragment, a full piece, as if someone had carefully removed it, like a suit. Forensic analysis confirmed the worst. The skin belonged to Katarzyna Zowada. But that wasn't the only chilling detail. There were no defensive wounds on the skin, no signs of a struggle. This suggested one thing. Whoever had done this knew exactly what they were doing. More of her remains were later discovered, but much of her body was never recovered. A brutal murder had taken place, but the question remained, who could have done something this monstrous? The horror of Katarzyna's murder was beyond anything investigators had ever seen. This wasn't just a killing. This was something much, much worse. Her skin had been carefully removed, leading forensic experts to believe that she had been flayed while still alive. Whoever did this wasn't in a hurry. They had taken their time. Some compared the case to Buffalo Bill, the fictional killer from The Silence of the Lambs, who flayed his victims to create a suit of human skin. But this was no movie, this was real. Even more disturbing, the cause of death wasn't immediately clear. Experts believed she had been tortured before being killed, but how? One unsettling theory emerged. Katarzyna may have been held captive before her murder, perhaps for days, maybe weeks. The condition of her remains indicated that the killer knew exactly what they were doing. Was it a doctor, a hunter, a butcher? Investigators struggled to find leads. There were no witnesses, no known enemies, and no crime scene. As months passed, fear gripped the city. Was there a serial killer on the loose? Then in 2017, after nearly 2 decades of silence, a shocking breakthrough was made. For almost 2 decades, Katarzyna's case remained a terrifying mystery. Then, in 2017, police made a shocking arrest. The suspect, Robert J., a 52-year-old man with a deeply disturbing past. Robert had been on the police radar for years, but investigators never had enough evidence. Until new forensic technology helped them re-examine old clues. Using advanced microscopic skin analysis, authorities found traces of Robert J.'s DNA on Katarzyna's remains. But that wasn't all. Robert had a history of violent behavior and a disturbing fascination with human skin and torture. He also practiced martial arts, specializing in chokeholds, which eerily matched the forensic evidence. When police searched his home, they found graphic materials, books on human anatomy, and evidence suggesting he had been stalking women before. Had Robert J. killed before? Was he a serial predator? Authorities believe he could be responsible for other unsolved cases, but even with his arrest, many questions remained unanswered. Robert J. remains in custody, awaiting trial, but as of now, he has never confessed. Many believe there is more to this story, possibly more victims. What truly happened to Katarzyna in her final moments? Why did Robert J. target her? And could he have done this before? Even today, this case haunts Poland. It remains one of the most disturbing and mysterious murders ever recorded. One thing is certain, Katarzyna's story is one that will never be forgotten. What do you think? Do you believe Robert J. was truly the killer? Or is there another theory we should consider? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy dark and disturbing true crime cases, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you want to dive into more horrifying unsolved mysteries, check out this next video on insert related case. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.